Hey everybody, it's Kevin. Good morning. 5:30 here on Wednesday, the 24th of February 2021. Not sure that date is significant anywhere. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. Not mine. Let's see, what can we do? What can we say about today? The sun's finally out. I think we've been blessed here in the mid-Atlantic with an early spring, which I like. I like feeling that sun, that warmth, especially after what seems to be the wettest February on record, or for some of you, the coldest, iciest, snowiest one there has been. I never used to like winter when I was a little boy, waiting at the school bus, freezing. But now I've come to enjoy the four seasons as they are because they're meaningful. And I think in this part of the world, we tend to get four seasons. Sometimes the summer drags on and there's not much of a autumn. And sometimes the winter drags on, not much of a spring. But I think that those two seasons, spring and autumn, are the two of transitions. And so when there's not much to transition to, not that long. But when there's more to transition to, it's a bit longer. So I wonder this year, as we all make that transition from being stuck, held back, confused, pushed, living in reaction and response land. I wonder if the spring that we open and blossom and bloom will be a longer one or just a quick trip to where we're going, which leads me to, I better move this candle because it's very close to my affirmation post-it notes. I don't want it catching fire. Leads me to the message of today, which is this. There we go. The energy and the energies that come with today's card basically talks about those of you and those of us that are listening and with this energy, that you are actually the light at the end of the tunnel. Many of us feel like, whoosh, I don't know if I can go on much longer. How long is this going to take? The impatience of getting to the end, wanting things to stop. Weary, tired. This is a time, and this card today is asking you to consider that you actually hold the keys to what happens next. You actually are the bearer of your own light just by daily meditating and healing. I think it's taken this long for all of us to decompress from what seemed to be a culture filled with busy, 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 go, 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 do, get this, get that, go here, go there, achieve this goal, be this person. This card for me represents what we've all learned, what we've all accomplished, the things that we have been able to do even when there were limitations placed upon us. I think we've looked back, perhaps at the last 9 months at least, and seen how things were not as predictable as they were, but new things were given an opportunity. I think anyone that's awake and free, alive, still doing that work of inquiry, still doing the learning of life, perhaps has been opened to a whole new way of expressing themselves. I certainly myself have found a new appreciation for creativity I didn't think was in me. I never thought this broadcasting daily thing a year ago would even be possible. Not because I didn't think I could do it. Well, I didn't think I could do it. That's the truth. It was a world I never envisioned for myself. And then I was also secretly underneath concerned about how much I was devoting to things that really weren't devoted to me. It was the service of lots of other people in my effort to do what I needed to do. So when folks came and got on the yoga mat and got all of their issues out of their tissues and moved, that I could somehow facilitate the removal of whatever obstacles perhaps were standing in their way of having a great day. And then we were shut down, and in all ways, which then caused me to say, well, I actually like having this little bit of extra time for myself. And I think the 9 months that I've spent self-improving, learning, researching, and just being open to whatever has come has been beneficial. So I'm asking you, the learning experience that you've had, where in the last little while, perhaps since Halloween, if you don't want to go too far back, where have you found lightness? Where have you found the joy? Where have you found new forms of happiness and new forms of satisfaction, the light that's in you? Where have you found it? You know, when we talk about, think about something that makes you happy, think about something that you're grateful for, there is this instant lift, there's this instant lightness, there's this instant joy. And it feels as if it takes a sledgehammer to anything that we were worried about, burdened by, dragged in by. And I think sometimes for me, when I look at folks who are struggling, truly, who are stuck between what was and what is and what they don't know is going to happen, how do you offer up that? How do you tell somebody who's facing life complications, they're not sure they can find that light? They don't know where the end of the tunnel is. I know I had a personal growth boot camp, if you will, one afternoon, and I thought I was in a tunnel. Couldn't see the light at the end of it. Couldn't see the end of this. It was just to the point where I wanted to stop. Everything was popping up. You know, it's like being in the middle of a muddle. You pulled everything out your cupboards. Your house is a wreck. You've got to do something. You've got to organize. That process of organization is a mess. But has to be done. To get to the new, to get to all the new, to get to what we expect to happen, to manifest all of our good intentions, means we have to look at where what we've done got us. We're here now. How do we get here? That sorting through, sifting through the rubble and the debris of what brought us to this point, what brought us to the point where we needed to clean it all out, needed to find the light, needed to be the light. Remember, don't forget, we are all transmitting vibrational energy. So the desire is love, joy, feel good, prosperity, abundance. We all want it. Not a person on the planet doesn't want something better for themselves. And while you're in human form, while you're a spirit having a human experience, there will always be the wanting for more, the wanting for greater, the wanting for everything to be great, to be wonderful, to feel good. We are all going to want more of that. We do. That's part of the reason why we're here. Part of the reason why we're having a human experience, because we can. It isn't like where we get the happy, we get the joy, we get the jackpot, we won the prize, and then, okay, that's it now for you. Thank you, goodbye, curtains closed, done. Eventually, one day it will be. Curtain closures done. Not today. Not this minute, not right now. But the today, this minute, right now, would be the time to look at, find, and get in touch with being the light that's at the end of the tunnel. But no, why do you want to be at the end of the tunnel? There's no tunnel, so you're not trapped anywhere. You can be the light, take the tunnel off, and know that there's no end to the light. You're just looking at what has been getting in the way of it. What has stopped you, the obstacles, the self-judgment, the feelings of sadness and woe, other people's opinions, the resentments, minor bickering, jealousy, all the things that are not light get in our way, keep us stuck. The arguments that keep going on in your head, the disagreements that keep carrying on. If we become the light, we shine the light on it, all that darkness gets flooded out and disappears. So, just looking at this learning experience, what have you learned? What new creative skills have you got that you didn't have before? What barriers have you overcome that you walked right through and said, Psst, I'm going to do this no matter what. I'm going to try this on. And I love this image that Jennifer Hawkyard painted. The lantern, the eyes closed, hand on the heart, just exuding that beautiful light energy from inside. And now I'll reveal to you the cards that I got. Two popped out, they flew out when I was doing my own personal. One was healing the inner child. And the second one was the ease and the grace, which led me to really talk about my revelation that this time a year ago, I was rushing to Yoga One Stillworth studio to teach at 6 a.m. Was it that on the Wednesday morning? I can't remember. I know it was a Tuesday. Oh, my spirits are here. They're with me. And now here, a year later, I should be delivering a daily message and meditation every day on Facebook and learning. I've almost completed lesson 7. That was so lovely. Oh, there we go. There's the angels coming in, or whatever, spirit guides. I call them all in. And why not? You know, like I feel like they're now family. So yesterday I've got to go back and do the couple of meditations, which I purposely wanted to have that space and time to do the meditation, because lesson 7 was really about the chakras and how they heal. Here's what I've noticed about my own personal growth and this connection to spirit world. It's actually always been there. However, each time I delve in another layer of it, there's more that pops up. It feels as if it's more dimensional. If I said the word psychedelic, you probably get it. Like the color of all these different layers of learning are more vivid. I've certainly had respect for people that have created altars within their house, basically devotional spaces filled with love and joy, with personal things that they recognize within themselves. And I think because of my own programming, if you will, influences, people of influence, and especially in the Western world, it's been a journey that's misunderstood. Yesterday I was speaking to a lovely woman, friend of mine, who showed images of some of these Hindu goddesses. And I was reminded of Lakshmi. I remember going to the studio and there was this intoxicating fragrance called Lakshmi lotion. I didn't know who Lakshmi was. There was just this, I thought was the name of the lotion. These are the unfolding, the layers of vibrational layers of dimension that I am applauding and opening myself up for at whatever age I am, 58. That's what lights me up. That's where I find my light. And so the two cards that popped up, Inner Child Healing and Ease and Grace, is taking your time to enjoy the day, the moment. And yes, in some people's worlds, there's this work, life, connection. I often like to speak to young folks who are going out into the world of work, trying to find their way in a career, like those folks who are going to college or finishing high school or in middle school, that are subjected to this virtual learning. I'm reminding them that I'm inspired by what they're able to achieve, because I'm not sure I could have done it at their age. I couldn't have done it. They didn't have the technology, didn't have the digital skills, didn't have the equipment to be able to do it. There weren't all these satellites flying around that gave us cell phone signals. So I'm in awe of what they're able to accomplish so quickly, in awe of this invisible transmission, if you will. It goes back to transmitting vibrational energy. It's all a vibration. And that's the only way I can get it. That whoa, yeah, hang on a minute. There's a cell phone, it's ringing. Where's the signal coming from? When we were little, I was little, needed a telephone pole and wires. And the person had to come to the house and put a jack on the wall and drill through the baseboards and put wires all over your house. And then down the road, there'd be a box. You take the lid off the box, there's all these other little wires, orange and blue and white, and they all twisted up into basically a cobweb of wires, which was telephone cables. Before that, when my parents were little, only rich people, wealthy people had telephones in their house. And it all went to a little box where a person was in a box, the telephone exchange. The operator had to put the clips in. Those of you who are old enough to remember Lily Tomlin's doing Ernestine, go on YouTube, look up Lily Tomlin and Ernestine. That's a telephone operator. It's hysterical. All right, let's read today's message and then get to our meditation. There is power in stillness. Ooh, it kind of ties into what we are talking about. Our miracles and life's magic don't appear when we're restless and frantic. The miracles and magic happen when we're still, quiet, calm, and trusting. Each of us has favorite items and places that help calm and quiet us. What stills our mind? A walk in the park, a special place in the city, a quiet room, an old chenille robe, a rock, a cross, a picture, a candle. Use these places and things to find that place of stillness in yourself. Find the power in stillness. It's a power that comes gently, like the morning sunrise or the evening stars. Take time each day to seek out stillness, to find that sacred spot. Let your mind and your soul be at ease. Don't grasp and grab. I love that. And how appropriate is it? Learning, experience the inner child, ease and grace this day the 24th of February is about moving forward with that feeling of ease and that feeling of grace. Yes, I'm all for that. Okay, let's meditate. So get grounded. You start by removing anything that you've got that get in your way. Turn your cell phones off if you're doing it in the middle of the day. Palms. You can sit your palms in your lap. What I'll say about preparing yourself for meditation is the body. The seat of the body, the feet of the body, and the head. Our energy centers start feet, heart, and head. And those three areas control and are responsible for the other energy centers in the body. Your palms can be facing your heart. Your palms can be at prayer. Just find a natural, easy way to sit. The second element is to focus your conscious mind on your breath. Deep inhales, controlled exhales, nothing pushed and forced. Just start the Ujjayi breath in and out through the nose, or in through the nose, out through the mouth, whichever is most comfortable. Before we start our prayers, place your feet flat on the floor, bring your back straight. If you're against a wall, let the wall support you. Allow your shoulders to lift and lengthen and land on your back where they live. And we'll begin. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for cutting the cords and removing the blocks of unnecessary people, places, stories, drama, and any other rubbish we no longer want or need. And thank you for cutting these binds and removing these blocks right now. We declare that we're safe and free, and we take the burdens of the world off our shoulders. And so it is. Now place your hands over your heart. You can repeat after me, or you can do it towards yourself. I am the keeper of my mind and my body. Wherever love is, fear is a stranger, and love flows within me. And so it is. Put a smile on your face. See your guardian angels and the higher angels of the universe just bringing that love and light, golden light from source energy, vibrating towards you. You can see it as beautiful white mist or a white waterfall, or just the essence of the energy of beautiful white golden light. Allow to fill up from the inside of you and overflow out of you. Now for the angel prayer. Thank you, angels, spirit guides, higher energies of the universe, for reminding us that you're here with us, and for showing and revealing what we need to know. I am willing to listen, I am willing to receive, and I am willing to share. So it is, and so shall it be. Now bring your mind and your heart and your feelings to the place that gives you cause for happiness, something that brings you joy, and whatever it is you feel grateful for at this time. Allow your heart area, the center of your chest, to fill with this amazing light. Allow the edges of the light to be seen beyond the borders of your skin, as if you are illuminated, which you are. And the light you have within you that extends up through the crown of your head, down into the soles of your feet, becomes brighter and more intense, and attracts the spheres of light, the glows of light from your higher spirit guides, your angels, your archangels, think of this light that is within you, similar to the warmth and the light of the sun. And just as the gorgeous energies and warmth of the sun brings its fiery energy to all life forms on this planet, so too does the light and energy that emanates within you shines back out. Continue your breath. With each inhale, you pull in more energy, more joy, more love, more gratitude, more harmony, more peace, and more healing. When you exhale, you lift and let go. Burdens, fears, unnecessary drama, negativity, let it go. If your mind wanders off and focuses on tasks, jobs, situations, things you've got to get to and do, bring your mind back to your hands, your feet, your belly or your head, and breathe. If you find yourself being fidgety, restless, unable to focus, bring your mind to something you're grateful for, something that makes you happy, and definitely something that makes you smile. Continue focusing on your breath or one spot right in front of you. If you feel complete with your meditation, bring your hands to prayer at the center of your chest and gently acknowledge and honor this feeling you've created. Feel the shift within yourself right now. Lift your thumb knuckles to your third eye center to honor spirit, honor the world, honor the universe. And together we bow and say Namaste. For those that don't know, that word Namaste, the goodness, the light, the love, the joy, the happiness, the gratitude, all of the good spiritual energy that we have within us is seeing, honoring, reflecting that in everyone else. I'll add this, there's no right or wrong way to get into the art and mastery of meditation. Many folks who practice and teach meditation often use lovely, soft, soothing music underneath the meditation. The melodic sounds, the deep bass beat is a way to move with the heartbeat and to slow down the thinking and to give a focus. So if that is something that you feel works for you to get into meditation, certainly do it. Other folks have meditated and gone to sleep. When you sleep, there's a deep healing that occurs. And the worried mind, the mind that is constantly active, tends to not go to sleep when you actually need to sleep. So it is a wonderful way to let yourself drift off into a nap. The challenge is, those of us who've done it fall asleep, feel like we're missing out. On the contrary, you're lifting layers of mind debris off, and you're going into a deeper level of yourself. You know, meditation for me 12, 15 years ago was challenging. 20 years ago, non-existent. A little bit of the 80s I did it. Got into creative visualization, same thing. And the subtle shifting occurs with the more you do it. I started meditating for 5 minutes, 3 times a day. That first few 5 minutes with a timer going felt like eternity. Now I love it. Any minute chance I get is, let me meditate. There was a time where I thought folks who spent weeks, monks who took a vow of silence and would meditate and just stay in that silent place for weeks. My mind, my egoic mind, how in the world do they do that? How can they possibly do that? The noble silence for weeks on end. And yet in the last 9 months, I can count where there have been days where I have been in that meditative state all day long and not said a word. Not put a TV on, not turned a phone on. And there's just this bliss, this just incredible feeling of, oh, gosh, I have not been. And then I notice all that stimulation that's out there that's got us all in a mess. All right. Listen, I love you. Have a great Wednesday. I'm going to get my taxes done today. Yeah. joy. So thank you for joining me, and if you are catching this on the replay, like, subscribe, and send it out to anyone you think might be needing it. All right, bye.